Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your September 1st through the 10th, 2018 reading for you. Now I've shuffled and meditated upon the cards, so we are going to see what these 10 days have in store for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, all that information will be in the description box below. All right. Huh. Well, that's beautiful. Okay. This is beautiful. Don't get scared by this. By the Three of Swords. Okay. Just going to move these over a little bit so you can see them better. All right. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You have been through some tough stuff. Absolutely. And I'm actually going to start, I know I always start here, but I'm actually going to start with your clarifying cards, because they are definitely speaking to me before we start with the reading. Because we have the Five of Swords here. The Five of Swords is saying that you have been through a time where people wanted to see you fail. Where people have sat there and it has felt as if they have actively tried to sabotage you, to defeat you, to stab you in the back. Because we have here false friends. Now I know everybody doesn't see the Three of Cups this way. I do. It's people not celebrating. See that cup that isn't raised all the way? It's you not being celebrated by somebody. False friends in a relationship being cheated on. Okay? But this is also with the Five of Swords. Here, I know people see this card as negative. I see it as somebody who has won after a time where people have tried to beat them down. And now people say, oh, they should get back their swords and everything should be fine and everybody should go on their lovely way. And that's fine. That's one way of looking at it. But these are representing medieval times. These are representing probably a time before that, actually. And this is saying that I'm not giving you back your sword. What, so you can stab me in the back when you're done? When I'm turning away after I've won the battle, you can sit there and say, okay, well, I couldn't win that way, but now I'm going to run you through? No, you lost. You lost your sword. In medieval times, you could lose your sword, you could lose your land, you could lose everything by losing a battle. Your life. Here, these swords are crossed in supplication at your feet. You already hold 3. So you've already been through battles and come out prosperous. Okay? And you might say, Dane, I'm not prosperous. I've come out, just making it. But you still won, and you've learned more than ever before because of it. And you've had betrayal from a loved one, from friends, from people you thought you could trust. They have betrayed you. But you're still standing. And they're probably shocked. Absolutely, positively knocked them over with a feather. Can't believe that you're still holding on, that you're still going strong, that you're still moving forward. Because for other people, they wouldn't have been able to move forward and have borne this. Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You have achieved where others do not. So be proud of yourself. And do not sit there and think, oh, I should have done more. I should have been happier. I should have been more successful. I should have not let this happen. Do not take the responsibility of others onto your shoulders. This card is representing grown people who are making their decisions, who are moving forward in their lives, and you cannot change their essence or who they are. So don't try. Because Taurus, you take and you take and you take until you can't take anymore. And you take more than what most people would ever put up with. So now it is time for you to focus on you. And this heartache, this betrayal, this having to fight, makes it feel, I just have to sigh from saying that. It makes it feel as if, you know what, no more. I'm done. I just want to hide away. You see those 3 swords that you're holding here? You feel like they're making a trap for you. It's as if, you know what, I can't keep on fighting. I can't keep on being strong when I don't want to be. when life is hurting, when everything is falling apart? How much more betrayal, how much more heartache, how much more do I have to take? And there's a part of you that just wants to close the door and be done. And it's supposed to say, you know what? Everybody else, go and do it. Just live your life. Because I'm done. I don't want to be part of this rat race anymore. I don't want to be going through this pain anymore. And what I am here to tell you is that there is an end to all of this. There is an end to this doubt, to this fear. Do not let this heartbreak, remembering of sorrows and constant sorrows, become your whole existence, because this card right here can rob away everything. The Three of Swords can taint not only these 10 days, it can taint your whole entire life. And you would be completely justified to be bitter and angry about having to put up with so much. Us feeling as if you just want to hide away from the world. It's too hard, there's too much betrayal. People do not act the way they should be acting. Always attacking, never celebrating. How much more can you take? Don't hide away, but make sure you are taking care of yourself. Make sure that you are embracing what it is that you want from life. And not letting the trials and the tribulations that you have been through define your happiness. Because there's so much joy here, so much prosperity, so much strength, that we don't want the Three of Swords to be your existence. And I'm sorry you had to go through this, but it's actually made you into somebody who is astounding. The Empress card is a major arcana card. Okay, you have 2 of them here. And these are divine cards. These are cards that are saying that this is how the universe wanted you to progress in your life. These are the big moments, not just the little moments. The minor arcana are the little moments. Even if they can feel bigger than the ones that are actually meant to teach you your soul's lessons and move you forward on your path, in your abundance. Because here we have the Empress. She represents all 4 of the Queen cards. So you're represented by the Pentacles. She represents the Queen of Pentacles. Wealth, prosperity, having your feet firmly planted on the ground, being logical, being secure in your decisions, moving forward and saying, this is what needs to be done, and this is what I'm going to do. She's also, excuse my language, but very much a badass. She knows what she wants from life. The Empress is somebody who embraces their existence. You embrace your existence with love and with joy at your center. The Queen of Swords, speaking your mind, knowing your mind, letting nobody take away your voice from you. Know that you are brilliant, okay? The Queen of Wands, passion, creativity, being able to cultivate and create what you want here on the earthly plane. Think of her as a witch. Think of the wands as trees. Think of it as creation, becoming so much more. And the Queen of Cups, there we go. Love, joy, healing, moving forward with compassion, because that's why people love being with you, is because of your heart. It's so big. You are twice crowned, with the crown on your head and the torque around your neck, if you see that. Know the majesty of your thoughts. Know the power of your thoughts and the power of your words, not only when you speak to other people, but when you speak to yourself. The thoughts that we have for ourselves are so powerful. Those, like the little Jiminy Cricket, the way you speak to yourself when you're all alone really defines so much more than you think it does, or so much more than people give it credit for. Because a lot of times people speak to themselves, to our sun, moon, or ascendant, like they would never speak to anybody else. And because you have the Three of Swords energy here, this sorrow, it might be that you become angry, but you become angry with yourself. Sitting there and taking other people's poor decisions, other people's mistakes. And I'm not saying that everything's somebody else's problem or somebody else's fault, but you can't control grown people. You can only control your response to them, and they've hurt and they've cut deep. Do not let their negativity, do not let their anger, their pain, the way that they've hurt you, be the way that you talk to yourself. Because you are coming through as somebody So absolutely amazing. The story of Rhiannon is that she was a fairy princess. Of course, you always should start that way. And she fell in love with this man. And she would ride out every day when he was riding with his retinue, and he would send people to go and get her because she was so beautiful and to bring her to him. But nobody could catch up with her until he went with her to get her himself, to go and talk to her. And finally, his horse was able to catch up with her. And she's like, why didn't you do that to begin with? She came to be treated as equal to a king. She married him. They were wonderfully in love. They didn't have children for a while, and then they had a son. And what happened is at night after childbirth, the son got stolen away. And the maids were terribly afraid that they were all going to be executed for letting the king's son be stolen. So they smeared her with blood while she was asleep and said that she ate her baby. She destroyed her child. And so what the people wanted to do was they wanted to kill Rhiannon. But the king said no. We will make her sit at the front gate and carry people to the palace on her back and tell them her story. That will be humiliation enough. So she lived like a wretch. Until one day, they found out that her son was still alive, and he came back to crown the court with his amazing glory. And she was returned to being a queen, and a queen without any blemish upon her. So royal, so filled with majesty. This is saying that you have been through a time of sorrow, time of pain, just like she has. And now you are embracing your truth, your healing, your joy. And you are not letting bitterness take away the true majesty of you. Listen to the guidance that you are getting, and it's moving you forward. The messages that you're getting, trust your insight, trust your intuition. The Seven of Pentacles. This is your wealth coming in. You're patiently waiting. It's going to take a little bit longer. So it's not going to come probably within these 10 days, or you start to see things moving forward the way that you desire them. But it's not quite there yet. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. But the prosperity starts to come in, and you start to see this bounty. And it's something that you've nurtured, something that you've really cared for. And now it's coming. And you just have to be a little bit more patient, because when the bounty comes, it is going to be so beautiful. And it's going to actually let you elevate your prosperity, let you create more prosperity in your life through your patience and your understanding. Your next card is the Fool card. You're taking a leap of faith on yourself, moving forward with your passion and your creativity becoming such an integral part of you that you use it as a tool. You use it as a way to help ease your burdens, instead of trying to figure out how best to cultivate your creativity, to cultivate what you want here on the earthly plane. And the story behind him is that, and I forget how to pronounce his name, is that he is taking this leap of faith because he always wanted to be a knight. And his mother hid him away because her husband died being a knight, all her sons had died being a knight, they were all murdered, and she said, no, this one I'm keeping safe. But when he came of age, he said to his mother, I cannot be safe anymore, I cannot hide away. I am going to go be a knight, whether you like it or not, whether you approve of this or not, I have to do it. And she says to him, fine, if you are going to be a knight, go and be a knight for King Arthur, because you will never be a knight for a more just liege. And that's what he does. That's where he's going. He's going to follow his soul's desire, his heart's desire, even though the person that he probably loved most told him, don't do it. I've already lost everybody, don't do it. And he said, no, I have to. The angels are guiding you as you move forward. Joy, luck, happiness is coming. You are taking this leap of faith over your emotions, over the fact that it might be scary to embrace your prosperity, to have your abundance come into your life. To sit there and know that it's coming, it just takes this leap of faith. But then you move forward. with the Four of Wands. Now, this could be physically moving. You could be moving houses. You could be moving careers. Okay? You could be getting married. This is also in the marriage card. You're moving forward. You're embracing a joy, a celebration of home and a family, of something that you absolutely love and desire coming into your life, bringing you prosperity, bringing you abundance. And if you didn't take this leap of faith on yourself, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you wouldn't get to this prosperity. You wouldn't have gotten here. And it's taking maybe a bit more patience than you would have desired. But again, once the fruit ripens, once the pentacles fall to the ground, you're going to see everything is so much sweeter than you ever thought it would be. Letting in this joy, letting in this happiness. And then using that prosperity to plant more trees, to grow more wealth. And then you have the King of Swords. And this can represent an air sign, a Libra, an Aquarius, a Gemini. But this is also saying that you are moving forward knowing your mind. King or queen, it doesn't matter. The cards here represent energy. You embracing the energy of your prosperity. Knowing what you want, knowing where you're going. Really, seriously, embracing the Empress aspect of you. You have been through struggle. You have been through hardship. And what's so interesting about the Llewellyn Tarot cards is when you get the Empress, or you get the Wish card, the Star card, or when one of the females comes up, her story is usually so much more traumatic, has been through so much more than when you get one of the cards with the guys on it. This means that you are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. I've said before, she's like Boudica. Absolutely strong, absolutely powerful. What is it? Hatshepsut in ancient Egypt. The first female pharaoh, whose name was absolutely destroyed, scratched out. She was scratched out of existence because they didn't want another woman to go and take the throne. She was lost until her tomb or some building was found underneath the sand that had been buried, and it spoke of her. You have borne more than most people will ever, and you are still embracing your prosperity. Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, do not give up on you. Sit there, know what you want, and take that leap forward. Even if there is good reason. I mean, this isn't saying to be foolish and to go out and quit your job and run away and join the circus. I mean, unless you can do that logically and financially being sound and everything like that, and all the boxes are checked. But this is saying to go after what it is that you desire, what it is you wish to create here on this earthly plane for you. Because we only have so many heartbeats in this life. Know your mind. You know your mind. You're astoundingly smart. Thoughts and memories are guiding you, but do not live in the past. Do not let the past make your decisions for you. As with the Empress, your mind and what you say to yourself is so important. Here, he has armor over his head. Guard what you think. Guard what you think of yourself. Guard what you think of others. And by that, I mean make sure that you are moving forward in the prosperity that is you. Thinking of yourself as somebody who is worthy being thought of respectfully and kindly. Don't write yourself off. You have a beauty to you that you might not see, but it's absolutely there. You are brilliant, is also what the King of Swords is saying. Now, some people don't like the King of Swords. They don't like the Queen of Swords. They think that they're cunning and cruel and will do whatever it takes to succeed. I don't see that at all. You are embracing what you want from life. You are embracing your desire, but you are also accepting your thoughts, your memories, and sitting there and saying, okay, I am moving forward because I have been made better because of everything that I've been through. I've not been diminished. I've been elevated. I am following my joy, my bounty. All right. Let's see. And remember, you're winning. That's what your clarifying cards are saying, the Five of Swords is saying you are coming out victorious, even though you have been betrayed, even though you have been heartbroken. For every single one of you, because this is a general reading and so many people watch it, it's going to be different. The betrayal is going to be different, but the impact of that betrayal, the fact that it made you feel less than, made you think that you weren't worthy of moving forward, lies true for everyone. But now you have succeeded, and you have won where they hoped you would fail. And even though you want to hide away, you know and are waiting for your prosperity to come in. You are sitting there, not hiding, but patiently taking care of yourself, kind of putting things in order and saying, this is what I want, and then you're taking that leap of faith and you're going after what it is that you desire. This brings you movement. It could be that you move your home. It could be that you move jobs. It is also that you celebrate what it is that is coming into your life. Bounty, joy, understanding, marriage, for some of you, taking that leap of faith, saying, you know what, I've been betrayed by past lovers, but I'm not going to hide away. I'm waiting to meet the right person, and now I'm going to take that leap of faith and say yes. For some, it could be work, you know? But you've waited, and now you take this leap of faith, and either you move home, you move jobs, you let love into your life. It's some celebration of family coming in that impacts your whole existence, and you move forward knowing what you want, or letting in somebody who is astoundingly brilliant, strong, and understanding, and you let in their beauty, their majesty of self. It could be an air sign, a Libra, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or somebody who embodies those traits, who's very quick-witted, but you are using your intellect to move you forward, not living in the past, but remembering the past, and saying, I am so much stronger than people ever thought I would be. I have survived so much more than most people have. And I have stayed strong, and I have stayed positive, and I have not given up on me, and I will not give up on me. Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you have such beautiful things ahead of you. Embrace your prosperity. Embrace what it is that you desire. Move forward. Don't let anything hold you back. This is movement right here. In these 10 days, you are deciding to move forward. Not stay in the past, not stay in a place of betrayal, knowing your victory and moving forward into this prosperity, into this love, into knowing your mind, into cutting through the nonsense, and absolutely embracing your love, your joy, and your happiness. In whatever way this falls into your life, whatever it is that you want to do, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you are achieving it, and you are doing it absolutely brilliantly. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. And it was my pleasure to do this reading for you. Bye.